Anybody else own one of these? No? Just me? Oh, okay. What about something like this? Maybe a gadget like this. 500 of these, unique pans, you name it, I have it in my kitchen. Decluttering your kitchen over 40 can be such a nightmare. Today we're going to talk about the challenges and I'm going to give you the solutions. One of the biggest challenges is an overstocked kitchen. If you're like me, you have multiple items of gadgets, utensils, appliances, and this is just not necessary. Your solution is I want you to evaluate, what do you actually use? I don't need all of these. This is unnecessary. So I want you to go through your items and choose what you actually use and what you don't use. One of the things that I want you to do is I want you to purge with confidence. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. I always say that in decluttering. Why do I have 3 of these? This is my absolute favorite one. I love this handle. It's keeping this one's going. I'm making a pile here. I'm making a pile to keep. I'm making a pile to donate. And I probably will most likely have a pile to trash. We'll see if there's anything that's, ucky and doesn't need to stay. This green one, my favorite, I use it every time. I never pick up this one. It stays, this goes. I don't need 2. I like this big heavy one. One thing that decluttering does is it leaves rooms for more of the things that you actually love and use. Helps you to see the items better, and it just makes your life just feel so less chaotic. Oh my goodness, look at that cleanliness. One of the things I like to do is organize. Not only are we decluttering, but I think organization comes into a big play of loving your kitchen. So you will see throughout this video just different items that I use. I did not purchase anything new. I'm going to show you what I've been using, what's been working for me, and we're going to talk about what hasn't also. So normally I said I don't recommend, having duplicates, but because I make so many videos baking and stuff like that, I do like to have an extra set because I use those all the time. So remember, declutter what works best for your life. Everyone else's thing isn't always going to be, your jam. So keep that in mind. What's so annoying is when you get it the way you want it and then you realize that your dishwasher was clean and you had to put the rest of your stuff away. All right, so this drawer's done. This one, believe it or not, is actually pretty good. It could use some cleaning, but I use every single one of these items all the time. I actually had purged this one not too long ago. I just have my 3 pans in here and my couple smaller ones and my flat pan, and that's it. I think I'm gonna go around and clean up and just make sure this is nice and sanitary. And then this one's pretty good too. These are just items that I use all the time and it's pretty nice and organized. It just needs a little bit of cleaning, like where little crumbs and stuff have fallen down in here. So that's really great. Now this drawer could use a little love and definitely brings up our next challenge. One of the challenges I feel like we face when we're over 40 is emotional attachment. We get those items that mean something to us that we feel like we just can't get rid of. I have this platter here that I've had since I got married, but I actually use it, so I'm going to keep it. But maybe you inherited things from your parents or your grandparents or a loved one, and you feel like you can't get rid of it because of, how you received it. But if you don't use it and you don't feel like if you passed it on to like one of your children that they were going to use it, I suggest that you really take a moment to think about the memories aren't attached to the item. The memories are attached to the loved one. So getting rid of it might be in your best interest. And one of the things I always say
is you could donate that item and then bless that item on someone else who might put new life into it and use it. I always think about that kind of stuff when I get rid of items that I feel a little guilty about, whether they're expensive or they were, sentimental. I think about someone else might really love this item and give it that new life, and that just brings me joy. So keep that in mind. I know emotional attachment can be difficult, but really think about whether or not you're using that item, and remember the memories are not attached to the item.
Now, beauty of this drawer is I never have to declutter it. It holds the lids to all my pots and pans, the ones that were right next door, and I just leave them like that so they lay down nicely and the drawer can close. Okay, last drawer on this island on this side is my silverware drawer. I have to say, if you ignore this back part, where my silverware is, it always stays nice. I have like this weird thing where I always keep my silverware all lined up, but I don't know what's happened back here where all these straws have gotten in here, and then I do keep like my grandkid silverware back here. So honestly, I'm going to go through this because I can see that there's some items in here that I no longer use. We probably don't need these old chopsticks, and yeah. So I'm going to touch this up a little bit, and then I'm actually going to wash this base because I can see where a ton of crumbs are inside. I have a few cabinets that are not chaos, which makes me feel good because I already feel like life half the time is chaos. I want to give a big shout out to BetterHelp and thank them for sponsoring today's video. Doing online therapy with BetterHelp has really changed my mindset. With it being the new year, I've been feeling super overwhelmed about where my life is right now, the changes that are happening, and also feeling very stuck in my situation and everything that's been going on. Being a caregiver is the top thing that's always at the back of my mind. I want to think of myself as a wife and a mom and a grandma and just all the things, but being a caregiver has become, I feel like, my identity. And so BetterHelp has really been there for me to guide me and help me with these type of things because it's new. It's all new. And I need someone to give me some realistic expectations and how to deal with everything. I kind of feel like the world is moving on around without me. I'm just stuck here and I'm not getting to move forward the way that I always felt like I would move forward. I'm not getting to be the grandma that I wanted to be and those type of things. And so that's been really difficult. One thing that BetterHelp has helped me with is working on a timeline. Like I spoke about a moment ago about having realistic expectations. It's giving me a realistic timeline on how to work through that process. And it's something that I find very valuable. Getting started with BetterHelp is super easy. You can go online, you fill out a questionnaire, and usually within 48 hours, you will get matched with a therapist. One of the things I really enjoy is if you don't vibe with that first therapist, it's super easy to switch. You can start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Head to the link down in the description box or go over to betterhelp.com/acharmingabode and you will get 10% off your first month of therapy. And for anyone else out there who's a caregiver, don't forget to take care of yourself. And a big thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. This cabinet is going to be super easy. This bottom part, I'm really not going to do anything to. I just have a few items up here to declutter, and this cabinet will be set. All right, one of the challenges that I feel like we face when we're over 40 is shifting cooking habits. As you age, your kids are grown, you don't have as many people that are in your home that you feed on a daily basis, and maybe you have a lot of past bulk items or specialty gadgets that you just really don't need anymore. For me personally, in my home, Jason used to cook all the time, and he was the specialty gadget lover. And so just kind of going through all this stuff and figuring out why I still have some of it and getting rid of that and clearing out that space and making it more functional for how I cook now, that is my number one goal right now.
Next up, our challenge with decluttering is someday items. I'm sure you guys all have some someday items. Someday items can be specialty pans, bread machines, juicers, mixers, different things that you're like, I'm gonna use that someday, but yet you hardly ever use it. My advice is if you haven't used it in a year, I don't think you really need it. So those are things that are like really difficult, I think, that people have to part with, because one, some of them can be very expensive. Some of them I use all the time and I don't want to get rid of. If you haven't used it in over a year, I think you know it's probably time to go. I have some weird items, you guys. Let me know in the comments down below the weirdest thing you have found decluttering, or the weirdest kitchen item that you have. I don't know. Why some of this stuff I don't even know what I was using it for. This cabinet is always a hot mess and I always have to get a stool to get into it. But yet I use like all of these items so often that I feel like more of my issue today is I really am just trying to reorganize and start fresh for the new year to get everything just kind of back. So get my eye on everything and that type of thing. I'm sure you guys are all like that, where you just need a little jump start to where it feels all fresh and clean, and then you can just use the stuff how you want to. A lot of times decluttering can be a challenge because we have limited time or energy. Let's admit it. If we work all day, in the evenings and on the weekends, decluttering is not something that we really want to do. So finding that time to do these types of things, I mean, yeah, we always feel so much better after it's done, but it's a huge challenge to be able to find the time to do it. That is when I suggest doing it small, doing it in increments. Maybe on Saturday morning, you're like, I'm gonna organize just this one cabinet. You might feel so much better just doing one cabinet. I totally sympathize with you guys on the time. What is happening here? I totally sympathize with you on the time and the energy that it takes in order to get this done. So tackle it in small increments. If you're not able to set aside time to just get it all done, because sometimes that takes a lot of energy depending on where you're decluttering, what kind of items you're doing. So definitely set aside some time to where you just do it in small increments if your time and energy are very limited. We're moving right over here above my refrigerator. This is our next challenge. Hidden chaos clutter in cabinets that we hardly ever even open. And especially as we get older, those items just get pushed back there and then we never, ever, ever use them. And so this becomes a huge issue. Junk drawers, like I said, these deep cabinets. So I think my best bet is to pull all this out, go through the items that I know I use. This little section right here up front, I use this little mixer all the time, but there are things back here, like I just don't ever use any of these things anymore. I have my go-to stuff, so I really feel like it's time to just purge all of this. It's time to go. But then, this is where it gets hard. You have those someday items, the ones that you love. I love these little soup trains. And so part of me is like, oh, well, maybe that I know they're there, I should use them a little more often. But, oh, I really need to make decisions because I haven't used these in a couple years. But man, they're really cute. Maybe I need an excuse to use them. Maybe an Instagram reel is something cute in this. Ooh, some French onion soup with the cheese on top. That would be so cute. Okay. A lot of decisions need to be made. I think our next challenge is storage solutions. I feel like if everything has a place to go, then it does such a better job. And I need to be real honest with myself. What in here am I using? I use the gallon and the little sandwich bag things all the time, and I never use these. This is where these are supposed to go in here. And I am never using these. So I have to come to a realization that if I'm not using it, get it out of the way. Did aesthetically it look better? Yes. But am I using it? No.
So I hope by me sharing my challenges, maybe it'll resonate with you and you'll have the same challenges or maybe something similar and you can make progress also. The next challenge we face is counter space. Now you might be wondering, what am I doing down here at this, cabinet when we're talking about counter space? One of the things, look how messy this drawer is. One of the things that I try to do is I try to keep as much off of my counters as possible. So when I made this kitchen up, I made this drawer up to put things like my toaster and that in this drawer. Oh, but this drawer always is such a mess. But I would rather this drawer be a mess than my counters be a mess. And so reclaiming your counter space and letting it shine can make you feel so much better, but yet can also always be a challenge. And so keep that in mind when you're cleaning your space, you're decluttering. I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand when I have Mel sitting on my counters and that kind of thing. And so having that motivation to have everything in a place and out of sight is so huge for me. Wow, with the toast crumbs. Holy manoli. My kitchen is already feeling so much lighter and brighter, and I love the feeling that decluttering gives me. I have a challenge for you guys. I want you to take like an old box, a bucket, anything. I found this one and it just so happened to already have a label on it. And I'm going to put on it kitchen time capsule. All right, I know you probably can't see that because it's in purple, but now what I want you to do with your little whatever you decided to use, I want you to put in it items that you are on the fence about. Will you use these? Is this a someday item? Is this something that you enjoy using, you're just unsure about? Put them in your time capsule and then put this away. If you have not touched or used any of the items in here in 6 months, reevaluate whether or not you actually need it. I feel like this is such a great way to really weed through the items that you actually need. I think I'm also going to write the date on it today, and then that way I can't be like, when did I put this in here? Has it really been 6 months? So date it, say what it is, put this away. Let me know in the comments down below, what did you put in your time capsule for your wait and see? Curious if it's anything. I'm putting an old milk frother and another one that, do I ever use this now? No, I don't even think I've used this one time. So we're just gonna put that in there, and I know in 6 months I need to just let it go. I keep thinking I might have a recipe that I need to use it for. Anyway, good luck, ladies. I know you're gonna do a wonderful job. If you have any questions or anything, leave them down below and I will try and help you the best that I can. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.